Hello, and welcome to Your County Government. My name is Greg Moore, and I'm Chair of the Eau Claire County Board of Supervisors, as well as the moderator for this session, where we're going to be talking about services provided by Eau Claire County for the aging and folks with disabilities and our veterans and their families. And with me today, we have Jennifer Owen. Jennifer is the director of the ADRC, the Aging and Disability Resource Center, and Tim Moore, no relation to me, but Tim is the Director for Veterans Services here in Eau Claire County. So welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
And thanks for coming. Jennifer, why don't we start with you? Why don't you give the viewers an overview of the, as I said, the acronym is ADRC, and most people talk about it, but it stands for the Aging and Disability Resource Center, and what the center does. And
Sure. Well, the Aging and Disability Resource Center, we provide a very wide array of services to older adults and adults with disabilities, as well as their families, caregivers, and other professionals in the community. The main service that we offer is what we call information and assistance and options counseling. So people can call our office. You may not even know what it is that you're looking for or have questions about, and our job is to really help you kind of navigate through the different community resources that exist to meet people's individual needs. And our real goal is to help people preserve their assets as long as possible and remain living as independent as possible in the community. So we do work with anyone of any income level. There's no financial guidelines in order to work with staff in our office, and we are there to help folks navigate through the maze of resources that Eau Claire County has to offer.
Dementia is an issue, and I know your department's involved with that.
Yeah.
Working with Chamber of Commerce and others on trying to make dementia-friendly community, dementia-friendly businesses. Could you talk a little bit about that?
So we're very fortunate in Eau Claire County to be a resource center that received a dementia care specialist grant in 2014, which allowed us to really focus on the community and how we can help individuals with dementia live a very meaningful life still, despite that diagnosis. And so we do have a dementia care specialist on staff. And her role is working with individuals with dementia, their families, but also getting out in the community and working with businesses so our citizens with dementia can still access businesses, can still go to church, and still really have meaningful experience in their life. And so that program has really taken off, and it's been really great to see this community really wrap their arms around that program, and we're glad to see it continue. So.
Great. And maybe just Meals on Wheels. I think that's kind of one of the classic, long-time federal programs, and we administer it here locally. Can you talk about the Meals on Wheels program?
Certainly. So our Aging and Disability Resource Center operates all of the Older Americans Act programs that Eau Claire County receives federal funding for, and the biggest is the Meals on Wheels program, and people really identify with that program and really seem to know about it. And so that program, we provide a hot, freshly prepared meal Monday through Friday to homebound seniors living in Eau Claire County. That service is available to anyone regardless of where they live in the county. We deliver to all the corners of Eau Claire County, and so again, that is to allow people the opportunity to remain living in their home or their apartment as long as possible. And it's amazing what one well-balanced meal can do to help people do that.
Great.
So,
Thanks.
Yeah.
Tim, Veteran Services. Tell us about what your department offers to citizens who are veterans or their families here in Eau Claire County.
Sure, absolutely. The veterans in our county have earned so much through serving their nation. And here at Eau Claire County, we like to help them out in navigating these benefits and services that they're entitled to. It's very difficult sometimes. So the VA healthcare system is very cumbersome, for example. How do I apply for it? How do I get to it? And we'll help them get there. Disability compensation, maybe they're injured or got sick while they're in service and still experiencing those conditions. How do we help them get compensation so that they can help subsidize their employment? So it's a lot of difficult situations that we have to deal with. But basically helping them navigate the VA system and helping them get to where they want to go.
And these are veterans of all ages, is that correct?
Absolutely. We see anywhere from World War II to current conflict veterans, their family members, and their survivors coming in for assistance and benefits.
And what about working with the VA out of Toma or Minneapolis, up in Chippewa? What kind of collaboration or work do you do trying to connect services, if you will, with those folks?
Absolutely. For example, VA healthcare, veterans are able to use it, but they have to have a means to get there. So one thing we're collaborating with the Aging Disability Resource Center is helping our veterans get rides, the transportation needed to get to their VA healthcare appointments. These benefits are only as good as they're accessible. We have to find ways to get to our folks that maybe don't have a vehicle, cannot drive, wherever the case may be. Maybe they're homebound and we have to get them to their appointment and get them back. So we've got a wonderful collaboration with Aging Disability Resource Center to allow those veterans to get to where they're going.
Great, great. And what about their families? So veterans, maybe if they pass away, but there may still be benefits to surviving a spouse or dependent children. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Burial benefits are one of the things that we pride ourselves on, paying respects to our veterans and making sure that transition after that veteran is no longer with the family is as comfortable and painless as possible. Providing funeral detail honors. We help coordinate that at Veteran Services. Helping pay for the funeral themselves is a VA benefit that we can access, and we help individuals apply for that. The markers that you see on headstones, we are the ones that do the applications for that, and the flag holders. It's a memorial experience for somebody, and we want to make that as comfortable as possible. And we can take care of all that right at the Veteran Service.
Great, thanks. Back, Jennifer, we talked a fair amount on the aging part of the ADRC,
Sure.
but on the disabilities. Now, these are adults with disabilities, right? Children are dealt
So we will start working with individuals with disabilities when they're about 17 and a half years old. So if it is an individual that was either born with a disability or acquired a disability in childhood, we assist in what we call our transition services from the children's system to the adult system, and we usually start that process around 17 and a half. And we will work with, it takes, quite a few different agencies and players to make sure that's a well coordinated and smooth transition, both for the individual and their family. And so we have disability benefits specialists in our office that assist with making sure that the Social Security process is in place, so the income is in place, and we can help people kind of navigate if perhaps a guardianship needs to occur once that child turns 18 and is now legally an adult, and all of those types of things we can assist with.
And now, who actually provides the services to the disabled, or how does that coordinate? And if they, can live independently in a group home, or need to be, some other services?
Absolutely. So if somebody needs public assistance for what we call long-term care services, we are in the entry point into those programs. And so anyone that would be looking at a public program, which is known as Family Care, or IRIS in Eau Claire County, they come through our office and we do all of the eligibility, help folks weigh their options and decide what program would be the best fit for them. The Family Care and IRIS programs are designed both for adults with disabilities, age 18 to 64, and then also older adults or frail elders. And the whole concept of those programs is to help keep people out of institutions and living in the community. So, out in nursing homes and other types of institutional care.
Okay, okay. What other, services are available in the ADRC, maybe that we haven't talked too much about, but have an
Absolutely.
opportunity, a few more minutes here.
Absolutely. So I think one of the biggest program growth areas for us is our health and wellness programs and what we call kind of our prevention programs. And so what we're trying to do with those programs is really keep people as healthy and well as long as possible. And so we offer several different evidence-based classes in the community for folks to attend, and they're just getting more and more well attended and popular with time. And so we have a class called Stepping On, which is designed to help folks prevent falls. Falls can be a very big game changer for people with their independence, and so we want to keep people from falling. So we have fall prevention, some chronic disease management programs, and our most popular one now is a program called Strong Bones, which is a weight resistance exercise class. And again, we offer those throughout the county, and they are growing in popularity. And the one other thing that I'll mention is we really do a lot of outreach in our department. Our services are only as good as people knowing about them. So we will go out and do presentations for civic groups, church groups, anyone that's interested. So people just have to call our office and we'll
So
come
if a
out.
service organization is looking for a lunchtime speaker,
Absolutely.
call
Give us
your
a
office
call.
and you can get on the program.
Absolutely.
Cool, cool.
Yeah.
And Tim, back to veterans, you're located there in the courthouse at the County Government Center, I think going in towards Human Services and there to the right. So people can find you there, but can find you on the website as well. Maybe just, any other, thing we haven't talked yet about in terms of what the Veteran Services Department provides.
Right, we are conveniently located right there at the county building, but we also will do home visits for our veterans that are homebound, can't get out of the house for whatever reason being, or to nursing homes. We don't want accessibility to the service be the barrier for not receiving that service, so we will go out in the community and make sure that we're providing what we can to our veterans. And we do collaborate a lot with the area veteran service organizations. So we recently created what's called Eau Claire County United Veterans Council. And that brings all these groups together operating within Eau Claire County to collaborate on how can we better serve the veterans in our area. And it's an information share session with us as well. So just a lot of collaboration.
Can you mention or identify some of those organizations that you were alluding to?
Addressing mainly the needs of transportation that we're working with ADRC, so we collaborate with these groups and see where the exact needs at. We're also working to bring an Eau Claire County Veterans Tribute to the area, a place where veterans and their families and just our community can reflect on our nation's veterans.
Great. Well, thanks. Well, we're almost out of time, but
Sure.
why don't we just give you a little more time just to wrap up any
Sure.
final points or final kind of takeaways for the viewers to know about
Absolutely.
the great services that that we provide to them.
Absolutely. I guess the main takeaway that I would like people to know is that our office is really, we feel it's for everybody. I mean, everybody knows somebody who's aging or living with a disability, so please don't hesitate to give our office a call if you have questions or feel like something just isn't quite right, and we can help identify that and help move people to the right community resources. Just like veterans, we also provide home visits, so if accessibility is an issue, we are happy to come to you wherever that may be. And our office is open, Monday through Friday from 8 to 5, and so please just give us a call, and we're happy to help.
But your website's available
Yeah.
24/7 with a variety of resources available on that.
It is,
Yeah.
and we are also on Facebook as well, so if anyone's out there on social media that would like to know about upcoming events or things that are happening through our organization, they can find us on Facebook too.
Great, thanks. And Tim?
Much so like Jennifer said, we want to be open, we want to be available to our community, veterans and their families and survivors. We're there to support them, we're there to help, and we want, when they come in our office, they become our family too.
Great. All right. Well, thank you both very much for being here today. Once again, this is Your County Government, and we had with us Jennifer Owen and Tim Moore talking about the Aging and Disability Resource Center and our veteran services here in Eau Claire County. Thank you very much for joining us today.
The mission of the Eau Claire County Board is to provide quality and responsive services and programs aimed at protecting the public safety, health, and economic security of our residents. in a cost-effective manner through innovation and leadership. Your county government is produced through the facilities of Chippewa Valley Community Television in cooperation with the Eau Claire County Board of Supervisors. For more information about the Eau Claire County Board and how they aim to help the residents of Eau Claire County, go to www.co.eau-claire.wi.us.